Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel again. So happy you guys enjoyed the craft with me type scrap thing. So I wanted to definitely do another one. Now this one is just, I'm going to do it two ways. One, I'm going to kind of like show you a measuring score way, and the other way is going to be freehand. So this is kind of like a one-page wonder type thing, but just using your scraps. And if you're a junk journaler, you've probably seen this method, but it's just like a triple pocket and it's super quick and it's perfect for just like those leftover strips of scrap. You know, it can fit a lot. I just kind of inserted some things. You could use this for just adding photos, like I have my son's photo here, so if you're giving it to maybe nanny or whoever for you know, Easter, you can do that, or a recipe swap, you could add little tabs. And if you're just doing snail mail, you could add, you know, sequins or whatever it is that you add. And I'm using my Coco Merino to decorate this because they're so cute. But look at this mini one. This is so cute. And I want to show you this. I just eyeballed this and I'll show you what I'm kind of doing with it. But this one happens to fit tea perfect. So if you're doing a tea swap, you can just add little tea packets in there. All right, so let me show you way number one, okay? I like doing the craft with me too because it's not so like robotic and, you know, all that. But I'm going to show you. So, okay, I'm just going to go ahead. So this was just kind of a sheet that I had. And this sheet happens to measure, just for eyeball reference, because it's similar to that size, is just a 7 by 12. Again, you don't have to use any specific size paper. You can just grab anything and do this without a scoreboard, but I'm just going to go ahead and score mine at a 1/2 inch, okay? And I'm going to do that, and I'm not scoring anymore. I'm just really just eyeballing it right here. And at this point, what you could do is you can just go ahead and eyeball and fold it, or you can score it just to make sure your scores are like where they want you to be. So what I usually do is take this, and I'm going to show you. So I'm going to score mine here at like 2 3/4. You could do 2 1/2, 2 3/4 right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and now we have that little score line right there. Let me just fold it so you can see it. What we're going to do is just cut that right up to that crossing score line right here. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and fold this back up. And I'm going to fold this up. Now, what you want to do is kind of make this a little lower. So for me personally, I like to use my little scoreboard here and go eyeball it. So this was at 2 3/4. I'm going to do it at 2 inches. And you can cut that strip off. I'm just going to leave mine off. So I'm just doing it here, and that makes it easier so you can fold it and do that, and then you have this triple pocket. So of course, before we do all this, we want to go ahead and glue it. I've seen the junk journalers kind of like cut these out, but honestly, they don't bother me and they're fine there. So if you want to cut that part out, go ahead, but I'm just going to glue mine down because it's quick. And so I'm just going to glue that first part down right here. Sticking out just a little bit because of my score. That's all right. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue this. Now you can glue both of these, but I just left mine open. And by the way, if you want a corner around it, do it before you glue all these. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it, I guess, square at this point because I didn't cut it. And then this, you're just gonna, like I said, you can cut all that out. I'm just leaving mine on because really it's not a big deal. I do wish I did cord around it just so you guys can see. So if you want, you can go ahead and do that before you glue it down. And voila, you have this easy triple pocket. Once your glue dries. Hold on, let me let this dry. And you see how mine are open? That's just how I left it, but you don't have to leave it like that. So isn't this such an easy project? Now let me show you. So this is like another scrap. Now I'm just gonna eyeball this and I'm gonna show you, okay? And then I'll just kind of decorate this. So let's just do the second one real quick. So I do use my scoreboard just for that little 1/2 inch. Hold on, which way is this gonna flip? Okay, so I'm just gonna use this just to have a little guide right there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fold it. Again, this is a scrap sheet. I don't know how big this is. And then I'm gonna fold it again. And then you're just gonna eyeball it where you kind of want it to be. So this is gonna be a tiny pocket because this is a really tiny little piece of scrap. So I'm gonna put that there and I'm going to cut it. I'm gonna close it. Oh, my thing's upside down. Here, let me flip. No, I'm not gonna confuse you. It's just my print's gonna be upside down. So let me go ahead and glue this now. Okay, and then we're gonna put that up. Simple, right? And then here, we're just gonna really just eyeball it. And if you want, you could always flip it this way too, so you have another pocket and just cut that off if you want like a triple pocket thing that way. But I'm just gonna eyeball it and make another pocket. Just kind of creasing it myself. And that's typically what they do in the junk journal world, is just eyeball it. I'm a little insane, so I don't really like to do it that way. I like to use my scores. That's why I showed you both ways. Hold on, I'm just gonna pour it around these. But it's so simple. Oh, I did not get that side, did I? And I'm really, honestly, I'm having a great time just using up my scraps. I'm just gonna do that one side. And then I'm gonna do this side right here. Again, you can cut that out if you want to. It doesn't bother me, so I just leave it. And then you have this tiny little cute pocket. This one is definitely smaller than this, but like I say, you're just kind of grabbing your scraps and moving along with it. So I'm gonna let that dry. And I'm gonna show you kind of what I tucked in. So I had just, again, these are like mostly scraps. I just, to make it more interesting, added a little eyelet in here. What you could do is use it as like a photo mat and put a little photo on there. Is this gonna fit? Yeah, it's gonna fit in here. And if you want to do like a recipe card type thing, you can stick that in there. And then again, just sequins. By the way, these sequins, they're my favorite. Hobby Lobby's had them for the past few years for Easter, but I love them because they're solid and pastel, and with the 40% off, they're an awesome deal. You can stick little tags. And also, remember I had this cutout, so don't forget, you can use your cutouts, you can use those little tabs that I showed you in my last video. And I'm going to use the blue butterfly that I cut out yesterday that I didn't get to use. So if you don't have glitter cardstock, you can kind of see what it's going to look like. Isn't it so pretty? I am just loving these little butterflies that are in this kit. And I've also got that. So I'm going to just switch it up a little bit and make it different than the other one. And I don't like to glue it because I like to kind of, you know, let it hang off. Especially if you're taking a picture, it kind of looks good if there's a little bit of dimension instead of flat. Something I'm slowly learning. Okay, so there's one, but how cute is that? Just for like one little scrap sheet of paper from your collections. And I also want to show you, I think this is a fantastic idea, is to like, let's say you're doing snail mail, what you can do is say, like you can use these stickers here and you can say, you can write like goodies or something. So I want to just show you a really quick example. So like if this pocket has goodies in it, you can label it goodies, mail tag, letter, whatever it is. I was gonna do that on there, but I just kind of left it. So there's that. And then this little guy right here, I don't think the T is gonna fit in this because, oh, it does. So look at how much smaller it is, but the T does fit in there. And then I want to make this kind of cute. Actually, let me fill it a little bit. Here's a little tag. It says Happy Easter. Just on my desk, kind of grabbing. These are too big. Here, hip hip hooray, or hip hop hooray, excuse me. I'm gonna use this cherry. There's a whole bunch in this die, but I'm liking these little dainty ones. I mean, in the set. But isn't it cute with just the cherry like hanging? And also, let me just show you what it looked like. So this is from a different collection, from the collection I used yesterday, but I want to see what it looks like with a little like chipboard hanging. So you could do something like that as well. Oh, I love this one. This one was so pretty, but this isn't gonna match. But I typically love flowers, so this is from the other Easter collection. I'll list that too. All right, guys, so simple, easy way to use your scraps. Just wanted to give you a few more ideas, and I just think it's just really cute, and you can tuck these in your journal or in your mini albums. It doesn't have to be necessarily just like pockets like this, but just a really fun way to use up more of your scraps. All right, guys, I hope to think of some more fun stuff to share because I'm loving this clear out. I'm actually out of a lot of scrapbook paper and I'm waiting for a lot to be released. So this is a real fun way in the meanwhile to, you know, get rid of some of our things. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon.